Hi, thank you for joining us on Goodwin Conversations. I'm Goodwin's chair, Anthony McCusker. Today I'm in our Boston office and have the pleasure of speaking with Chris Wilson. Chris is a partner in our private equity group, is also the co-chair of our healthcare practice, as well as the co-chair of our Committee on Racial and Ethnic Diversity. Chris, it's a lot of titles. Looking forward to the conversation today.
As am I. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us. So maybe let's start back at the beginning. You grew up in Miami. Your family had immigrated from Cuba to Miami. Maybe talk a little bit about some of your early experiences growing up with a family that had come from Cuba to Miami and how those experiences maybe helped shape your career.
Happy to. So it really defines who I am as a person. I am the proud son of Cuban exiles who came to this country because their homeland was torn apart by civil war. And they had first arrived in New York, Middletown. And after one winter in Middletown, they said, this is not working out. We got to get back to the climate that we know best. So they moved down to Westchester, Florida, where I was born and raised. And that community was one that was almost entirely made up of Cuban exiles. And that has never left me because I never allow myself to forget what sacrifices they made to allow me and my family to have achieved the success that we've had today.
You're one of the co-chairs of our Committee on Racial and Ethnic Diversity. That's a committee that hopefully everyone knows a lot about. It's really here to support our attorneys of color and continue their development, their advancement throughout their careers and throughout our firm. I'd love you to take this opportunity and maybe talk to all of our colleagues about things we can do, all of us individually can do to help support the members of CRED.
It's very important to realize that everyone comes to this firm with their own unique set of experiences. And those that come from a first-generation background, an ethnically diverse background, there is a lot of anxiety and there's a lot of pressure and a lot of uncertainty, especially when you're embarking on the start of your career. And I would encourage our partners to bear that in mind and to listen, to reach out, to ask questions, and again, to be an ally.
You also co-chair our healthcare practice, which is, kind of in the bigger scheme of the Goodwin, life cycle, a little bit of a newer practice for us. Can you maybe talk to people about what is unique and exciting about our healthcare practice?
I think the growth of our healthcare practice and our firm's embracing of it and treating it as a foundational pillar of our go-forward strategy is essential to this firm achieving its ambitions. You look at the healthcare vertical on a global basis, it's 10 trillion and growing. There is not a single life on this planet that isn't impacted in some way, shape, or form by healthcare. And correspondingly, the level of spend, the level of need is not going to go away, and it's going to continue to increase. So I see our firm and our healthcare practice on parallel tracks. And I think the success of the two are inextricably linked.
Shifting gears, so when you leave the office, leave the work you do for clients, I understand you love to spend time outdoors. Maybe tell us a little bit about what you like to do.
This time of year, I love cycling, I love hiking, I love golf. As the weather turns and we enter into winter, I absolutely love skiing with my family. It's one of the passions that the Wilsons share, are going out there and enjoying skiing together on a wonderfully bitterly cold January weekend. Helps us, frankly, get through the winters.
So are you the best skier in the extended Wilson clan?
Perhaps for about a year or so more. Because
daughters are catching you?
Oh, yeah, you better believe it. And I think by the time my daughter turns 11, she's 10 now, I think she's going to start to edge past her dad.
Well, enjoy this winter then.
Thank you.
Chris, thank you so much for talking. It was a true pleasure. I really enjoyed it.
As did I. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us at Goodwin Conversations.